A special breed of men is changing the face of Australia. Modern, highly skilled men like this prospector and the team that will follow up his findings. The geologists, surveyors, scientists, and eventually the miners. Mineral discoveries have brought a boom to Australia. In its biggest state, Western Australia, the capital, Perth, is flexing its muscles with the growing strength of the economy. Everything is going up. Confidence in the state's future has brought unprecedented activity on the stock exchange. The same confidence brings big capital investments. At Kwinana, huge plants have been built to process the mineral ores. The modern mineral exploration company prefers to employ its own prospectors. These men bring the first surface samples back to the laboratories where the mineralogist prepares an initial report.
Sample 7/1. The following minerals were identified in this briquette, and 2 of these are nickel bearing: pyrite, pentlandite, pyrrhotite, pyrite, and cubanite.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
Academus is a mineral exploration company formed by a group of professional men who plan to introduce some of the most modern management and exploration techniques.
Yeah. Yeah, that one looks pretty fair. Yeah. Righto then, well, this is the main zone of interest, of course, all the way through here. And
The exploration manager decides that the findings so far warrant a closer look. The prospector is sent back to the area with a field geologist.
Have a look at this little...
Each step in the program of exploration is to confirm and expand the previous stages. The field geologist must first seek further confirmation of the prospector's findings. That done, and the signs being promising, the claim will be pegged. The boundaries of the promising area have been determined and marked out. The information is written onto a form which is attached to a datum peg.
170.
It describes who has staked the claim, its location, and its exact dimensions.
Good.
The company's consulting geologist enters the picture as explorations begin in earnest. First, aerial photographs are obtained. From them, using a stereoscope, a preliminary study is made of the likely geological structure of the area. Rock patterns begin to emerge, and the geologist can determine areas which appear to be the most interesting.
Sierra Golf, 30 DME West, descending inbound.
Foxtrot Sierra Golf, area QNH 1007.
Gone are the days of overland wagon trains. The fastest and most efficient transport for the field geologist and his assistants.
Come on. Straight back now, straight back.
The claims are widespread, and no areas of possible interest must be missed. Aerial photographs are being taken of specific features, and the growing pile of information starts to give a clearer picture of the area. Exploration is long, wearying work in temperatures more often than not above the century. An outcrop may prove to be the clue to mineral treasure below the ground. One sign would be Gossens, indications of chemical reactions at the surface connected with buried ore deposits. The rock samples sent back by the geologists are subjected to a petrological examination. The usual method is to cut a thin slice of the rock and grind it down to transparency so that its constituent minerals can be determined under a microscope. Another method is to embed a piece of the sample in plastic and polish it so that any metallic mineral traces present will show up under reflected light. The purpose is to identify the rock types and their contained minerals. Other samples are crushed to a fine powder for a chemical assay. They are X-rayed, and resulting information put through a computer provides detailed information on the proportions of economic metals present. The population of the claims grows as the surveyors are called in.
Yeah, just run that chain straight out there, boys, right? Right, now go right. Go right, Jim. Other way.
Before he can go further, the field geologist must have the ground precisely mapped. A baseline is established, and from it, a grid of intersecting lines on which exact locations can be marked.
Putting them down the strike here.
Along the grid line, soil samples are taken. A magnetometer registers the magnetic intensity of the rocks. Ultra-basic rocks, the hosts of all nickel sulfide discoveries in Australia, commonly have a strong magnetic response. At the head office, maps are prepared with contour lines joining points of equal magnetic intensity and equal mineral concentration in the soil samples. The report goes to the company directors and senior officials to decide whether the surface indications warrant the cost of further exploration.
Well, this is all the analysis.
Meanwhile, the field team can take a break from the long, hard work in tough country and above century heat. This land has not yet given up its deepest secrets, but its surface has been scratched expertly. If the signs are right, the men will be back, more men with machinery to dig deep for the treasure this land could be hiding. If it is there, The Academus team will find it.